So yeah, here's another episode of the Roasting Show. Because I want to roast people. I don't want people to grow up by themselves. I want to roast people. I want people not to grow up so I can roast them later. But that doesn't make the roasting that more pure. What did I forget? This happened before. Deja vu. So now the thing is, a mature person does not give a fuck about credit. They'd rather you run off with not giving them credit than keep following them. And the next thing with maturity and watching someone else's tendencies is no one thinks you're cool or will ever think you're cool for copying somebody else. So obviously when you do that, what do you know? How you know that's the truth? You're begging for help. Okay? That obviously that's what that means. But you're not about to get no hospitality of help. You about to get an ass whooping of help. Like, another thing is, if you're watching someone's tendencies and they don't want you to watch them, that's begging for help. You feel me? If you can't learn how to fucking walk by yourself, because this is where it really gets. See, as a toddler, you feel me, spirituality was existence. And because of all the fuck shit y'all did as a spirit, building your body, now clairvoyance, telepathy, and everything that made you be in tune to your family isn't real. That doesn't make sense. You feel me? I'm got them using clairvoyance to you. You feel me? You hearing bass in my voice, and this is not even all my bass. That's the best way to goddamn put it. So if I use my bass of 2 decades and some change, you will see who the real cop is. You will see who the highest rank is, even though y'all know because y'all been following. So that being said, it's one thing to root for the opposing team. It's another thing to see that the other team that you're not rooting for has many plays for whatever opposing team would do. And when you see that the opposing team left open a play and their star player or the best player at that time takes the shot from the play, it's one thing to boo them and say that they hope they miss. It's another thing to talk about, I'm gonna kill your mom if you make this shot, or try to air bend and water bend your fluids to them when you see they about to get open. That's disgusting. And that's what I'm talking about, where I'm saying about we're not maturing. You feel me? Like, y'all like to say fuck a age. You right. Okay, well, you is a decomposed seed that only has a shape and form because other plants didn't want your decomposing death in the goddamn dirt and ground, so the plants in the ground goddamn formed you what you would look like if you was alive. Like that's disgusting. First of all, we're mature. I can't even say the words. You feel me? But 70% of the body is made up of water. People have pussies that hold the water, and people's pussy vibrates the water that's inside of their body. This is normal. Y'all try to think about this shit and get y'all ass beat from not respecting personal space. Y'all look at someone and like, I wonder what your pussy is like. Bitch, I'll kill you. The fuck you mean? And the dicks have sperm. So people not respecting personal space and talking about, oh, you stink. Bitch, it was you trying to stink on me. Like, what the fuck? You gotta mature. What the this is the shit that ticks me off. Like I'm saying, you read in History Told from the Losing Side, A to Z, that bodies is made up of 80% of water. You read women have pussies. So now they have to vibrate their thing. So they have a aura around them holding their water. Talking about water broke and shit like that. If you fucking walk, and you know that you holding your own water, if you fucking walk around when the whole world is still Atlantis and niggas is holding their fucking water, and you try to leap and you try to drip some of your water on someone else's water because you see they clean and they vibrate in high on a high frequency with they pussy, you is nasty. Why are you trying? And then you trying to deny the point that everybody has to control their water and their air and their spirit and their stench, because stank just means saturated odor, and odor doesn't mean that energy. You feel me? There's no definition for that energy but who you are. That's your scent. That's your stank. Other people's stank don't stink. You feel me? Y'all description of stink. So just like someone having a dick, they got sperm, and water is no fucking different. So that's called fucking nasty. That's called nasty, okay? That's called nasty. The roasting show. Because this is the second episode of the roasting show, which is really just about facts. It's about talking the benefit of the doubt out and schooling people on when you need to know that you are getting roasted. You feel me? When you need to stop trying to make it look like someone's arguing with you, like the people that want to listen to my show, and it's saying I'm loud with them being nasty. And once again, premature people need to be the first people booted out of the party. So once again, y'all as a kid, y'all followed. Y'all didn't follow y'all parents. Y'all told y'all parents, follow y'all. And be quiet while we try to copy this guy. this kid that is advanced, whoever the fuck it is, so y'all could shut the fuck up because I didn't point out and look cocky with saying whoever it is. Because that person is super clean and is building everything before he even learns how to walk. And then y'all fucking walking around talking about, I'ma find where you laying at. What the fuck? So, once again, that's what a cold red is. You cannot watch my tendencies and then tell me the reason why I am not making weed like I used to do or something like that is because I can't. There's a time and place for everything. And there's a time and place for none of the above. You feel me? If you want to stink, you go to your stink ass place and you stink. Don't invite no one that doesn't want to go to that stink ass place later thinking you gonna trap them in a whole smog of stank. But the biggest thing, which everybody thinks I want to talk about, is that just because I'm not doing something the way that y'all think is cool does not mean I'm not cool. As that person dies, you feel me? We're talking maturity. Y'all still talking about premature and plotting against everything y'all saw I was creating in my premature state. So, now, y'all talking about a premature state of watching the most advanced premature person, and now that advanced premature person, whoever it is, it might be I need to pat myself on the shoulder how much I'm talking in general. But when I talk in general, it's like I'm wanting credit or some shit. And y'all haven't got past y'all premature state, and you think someone's about to give you hospitality to get past your premature state. No. Stop watching people's tendencies and then claiming what it means when they don't do something. Because it's exactly what it is why someone doesn't do something. So everything that's in shade is going to come to light. And the bad thing about it is, y'all forgetting that light is going to shine on shade. So y'all keep throwing shade, thinking that it's going to stay shady. right now I got someone telling me a whole bunch of things. What are y'all thinking about to show you clairvoyance is real? Like, so the thing is, that's called a whole bunch of things. I'm just trying to figure out. Do y'all not get the ultimatum that y'all trying to throw shade on? And then what's worse is if you keep on doing what you're doing, that means you're not scared. You're just faking like you scared and playing Guitar Hero with your body language. So y'all looking at fucking hieroglyphs from the beginning of time, from prematurity. Look, this has nothing to do with that cent. This will not pull not near 1 cent from that flow of energy. I haven't even hit it yet. So I'm getting jokes about someone that's body's not even vibrating past a way to mature kids, and you trying to be like, oh, you so stupid, that's your mother. That's not my mother. That's one thing y'all need to fucking stop saying. How the fuck I go on goddamn missions and the person who doesn't have even the mental brain capacity or attention span hasn't even done one thing for the world but try to destroy me on those missions? Y'all don't make sense. So it's not a laughing matter, you feel me? So I'm just I got through the whole gist of people copying tendencies and people's not mature. Now this show doesn't have nothing to, no, it's time to fucking roast. What the fuck is you talking about? I did the roasting. Okay, as long as we know that was me, you're still roasting. No, now it's time to bluntly simplify the roast. People need to be roasted for forgetting the beginning of time. Like and this is what's really bad, because they don't want to bring up the beginning of time and being conscious with their ancestors, because kids was conscious with their mothers. They make a whole narrated script of when you was conscious of your life. And that's what generations go through. So the next generation come in and they sense a whole pool of the next generation. They did not made a whole script of what that generation should do, and if they don't do it, then they're going to criticize them and their tendencies and talk about why they can't do this since they didn't do that. Well, as long as you know who's friends and who we're gonna be friends and who not gonna be friends, like, the world is an internal eclipse, where people can go where they want, whenever they want, how they want, and if they enjoy someone's presence, can chill with them. And then that saying of saying that they enjoy someone's presence can chill with them, and it's vice versa. If that person doesn't fuck with you and you try to follow them, like I'm being followed right now, because that's the main thing about the roasting show. You feel me? Talking about people that are known in the world and weirdos trying to make friends off of the pool of relating with being roasted. That's really, you feel me, y'all description of disgusting. Like, you feel me, you can't be premature and be like, hey, the mature people don't like us. I act like you. What? Bitch, I criticize everybody. I'm not gonna be your friend. We can fake it. I'm not about to fake it with you. You feel me? That's what they thinking. Like, I'm not about to fake it with you. I'm just not gonna like you. Well, then I'm gonna put a stank on you that you're faking it with me. So yeah, so I'm not being that loud. So that's another roast. You feel me? So it's just what are you gonna do about it? You feel me? Because we're not gonna change. But like I'm saying, y'all can't ignore and talk about and throw shade on the facts and how life works when the description of facts just means the simple mathematical chronological way life comes into existence. You feel me? Stats from life. And know that people respect my personal space or else, and then y'all like, okay. Then the person saying you're going too far, and then the second they notice that you trying to plan on going too far and saying, okay, you're going too far, okay, you get popped the second you think someone's gonna keep telling you you're going too fucking far. And that's what a fucking arrest is. Because you thought they're going to keep telling you you're going too far. Okay, my bad. You're going too... Okay, my bad. And you be like, why are you mad? Why are you mad? And because you want it to just be set in the atmosphere and be like, look, nah, you got to deny. Bitch, I'm not going to deny you try to stink on me. No, I want you to say I stunk on you. You know why I'm mad. You know how someone riddled me this. There's humidity everywhere. Tell me now that the USA White House agencies like SWAT, FBI, or airbenders or waterbenders ain't real, and there's humidity everywhere, and I could blow a whole fucking, you feel me? Because since I can't take credit for being that organized, you feel me, y'all? It's about dumb as fuck. You're like, oh, he looking for a weed man. Oh, he broke. Oh, oh, he thirsty. His breath stank. Like, a bee. Y'all is pitiful. Y'all is pitiful, pathetic. And a lion shows you, and the lion is the teacher of how clean people is, because if you not clean, since you feel me, since whatever I say, and I'm not a lion, doesn't matter. The lion is the pedigree of knowing who's clean, because they're not about to be friends with someone that's not clean. They're not about to let you pet them and you're not clean. You feel me? You feel me? And the real animals in the jungle that are in the code red, so other things fall in the spot for trying to follow them. Because that's what life really is. The problem is, y'all give words a bad name. Okay? You guys give words a bad name. You feel me? But words do not have a bad name. So other words, that means that word is in a dictionary. That name is in a dictionary. You feel me? Y'all give skunks a bad name. Y'all give giraffes a bad name. Y'all give deers a bad name. All that shit's in the code red in the jungle. You feel me? Before words, and now there's a way to describe what the fuck is going on. So the problem is, y'all watch other people's tendencies thinking that sooner or later that person's gonna give in or something. And I'm trying to figure out, is that your pinball of not giving in because you don't want to be that person that you just talked about? Like, so, lions is not about to be your friend and you stink. If you a stink person, it look like you petting them, everybody knows that lion fucked you up in the back street and made a whole plane and covered it up to show other animals in the jungle that everybody knows how they get dealt with. You feel me? Like, you can't, like, watch this. Bitch, I'm not about to go inside the goddamn house and y'all play with me talking. What the fuck? I'm not about, you feel me? I'm not about to walk around and everybody knows the fuck shit that they own. You feel me? I'm just gonna be in the middle. That ass. So, I'm getting called by some you feel me, silence speaks for itself, talking about silence speaks for itself. Silence speaks for itself. So Y'all is goddamn pitiful. My only problem is just admit how life works. You feel me? That's all I'm saying. Just admit how you want life to work and know that it's not gonna go that way. You feel me? And finally, just comprehend how to survive in the world. Because certain people only showed up to clean the world out. They didn't show up to be your friend. They showed up to clean the world out. That life is about surviving. So I got on YouTube talking about the driver of the Magic School Bus. And then I got the first episode, how you doing? Of the Roasting Show. And now this is the second episode of the Roasting Show. So understand, people did not show up to be your friend. They showed up to clean the world, to clean space. If you can't comprehend people came in the world to clean space, you're not going to live in the world. People do die. That's you feel me? And you know, it's actually funny that people die. I kid you not. I play goddamn Resident Evil. You feel me? It's funny that people die. You feel me? Everybody agrees, but no one wants to admit it. It's funny that people die. You feel me? I play Resident Evil like I was just saying. I play Call of Duty. I play goddamn. You feel me? It's funny that people die. It's not funny when it's someone dying that's here to better the world. But the people that say that's funny, you feel me? We're not friends. Those are the people, you feel me? They think it's funny that people that want to better the world die. And I think it's funny that people that don't want to better the world and didn't even learn how to fight for their own to say stop bettering the world die. Because like they making wishes and then just dying. Like that's hilarious. Like it's another thing I could see if someone says, oh, they saying they want the life to be so beautiful and I killed them. Yeah, that I guess you see someone living in a fantasy. But if you living in a fantasy like, oh, I'ma kill you, and you is like weak as fuck, and you die, that shit's hilarious because you didn't beg for mercy before you died. Like we in adulthood. The fuck? If I was sadistic at 0, what the fuck you think is gonna change? It's just gonna become more mature. So it's funny that people die. I play all these killer games that people know about. A moment of silence, you feel me? And they thinking I'm gonna bring up, you feel me, maturity and tendencies. It's hilarious. That shit is goddamn. That is fucking funny as fuck. I don't know how people don't think it's funny that people die and this game's out about killing people. Who don't play those games? Like, it's hilarious. There's sword games out. Like, boy, I don't know. But there's sword games out and all this stuff. And people think it's not funny and niggas ain't sadistic. Well, they just wish they wasn't the laughed at for dying. You feel me? When you play a sword game and you laugh, they just mad because that was them. So yeah, it's hilarious that people die. You feel me? And that's my whole point of roasting. Cause I'm trying to. It's like, what are y'all getting to? Like, you dying for great reasons, and you trying to laugh at people for dying for wrong reasons, and that's another great reason to kill you. Like, what the fuck? Like, once again, it's just people watching someone's tendencies, then figured out what the fuck they was really doing, and then made a whole goddamn motion of what they're gonna call what they're doing. Made a whole story, made a whole mirage of what they're gonna call what they doing. You feel me? If that's not goddamn Dynasty Warriors in the flesh, or you feel me, Naruto with Madara taking down all those people, or you feel me, Hyrule Warriors, you feel me? Y'all is about dumb as fuck. You feel me? Because one person cannot make a whole story about someone saying what y'all wanna fight, and then you're like, okay, and then you feel me? You talking shit. You like, look, he only wears this. He only wears that. Look, he. You feel me? That's all one. It would sound like with one person, but when you got a whole goddamn population of premature people, all he needs to, you feel me? All he needs to look for a job is oversaturated with more bullshit of, because you got a population of people that will agree with you, that want to fight, and you got a population of people that's like, well, he's the manager, but he's the owner, but who's gonna believe him after out of the population that want to fight? You feel me? Oh, he can get a low rank job and still be the owner, but who cares? You feel me? If you had one person that wanted to fight you, it's just so simple. You feel me? They make their jokes. You watch them make their jokes about how they you feel me, moment of silence of your tendencies, and you feel me, you fight them and you shut their ass up, and then they wait to talk later. But when you have a whole population of people that want to fight, you feel me, you got a whole mirage of why you choosing to not do this or that and the third. Well, nigga, I got a whole population that want to fight. The fuck? What the fuck I look like? Goddamn. And obviously, they can't deny it. But it's handled. So it's just like, oh, you couldn't get this, you couldn't get that. You feel me? You couldn't. He's looking for a weed man. Oh, he. You feel me? He need a weed man. You feel me? And that's the joke on that you make weed. Oh, he broke. He about to get kicked out of his house because they know there's a whole population of people that want to fight you. Oh, he stinks. You feel me? With one person saying that shit, you feel me? People just like, what the fuck is you talking about? But they gonna let you talk your stupid shit. With a whole population saying that shit, it's just like, who in the population is going to agree with you? I'm like, well, I don't expect the population of people that want to fight me to agree with me. I'm gonna listen to y'all talk y'all shit. Because in the end, just like you, and people's ready for you to get dealt with, and you can't take on a whole population. No one's about to talk shit about you. They about to let you get dealt with for talking shit. But someone that can take on a whole population, you feel me? No matter how mass it is, everybody's gonna talk shit about them about to get their ass whooped from the fight. So, it's just that simple. Oh, he wants to play basketball. He wants to play football. Oh, he wants to go to LA Fitness. You feel me? But he's too militant and disciplined and fight first and play later. Oh, he want to eat now, but he's too militant and disciplined and fight first and eat later. He hungry, he thirsty, he just disciplined and fight first and eat later. This is why this is called the roasting show. I'm gonna eat. Because I'm gonna eat. I don't give a fuck if I want to fight him. I'm gonna eat. That's their way of saying they know they're gonna lose. Eating shouldn't change anything. No one said it did. That person just doesn't want to eat now, and you're watching their tendencies and don't know them. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna play basketball. I'm gonna watch TV. I don't know what she talking about. You feel me? You feel? I'm gonna get kicked out the house. I'm gonna stay in the house because he like to fight before he kick people out the house. So once again, an eviction is the owner. You feel me? Whoever the owner is, getting a delegation of authority order to people to kick people out. Okay? So if my house is really a plain mansion, you feel me? A mansion full of hella planes, and you talking about he can go back in his house, but he want to fight before he go back into his house. Like, that don't make sense. You feel me? You can't make a whole story about what someone. Moment of silence. I'm just explaining the common sense and everybody that's following around, because it's so simple. Like, when people want to fight you, they lie about shit. You feel me? If it's one person that want to fight you, then you feel me? People's like, hey, y'all duke it out. Y'all want to go in the boxing ring? No, I want a street fight. Okay, well, street fight. But if it's a whole population, because they know he's a goddamn superhero and faster than Flash and shit like that, then it's a whole mirage of people lining up to get their ass whooped. It's that simple. Like I'm saying, like, you can't be like, the owner got evicted out to his house because he watched you leave the house and then went to his next house where people was talking about they wasn't going to leave easily. And they didn't sign a white flag contract about they surrender. So now, but all they did was try to stink up the atmosphere with, you gonna have to sign the white flag contract. That doesn't, you feel me? If I get kicked out my house, I still am the owner. Y'all can gloat about the owner getting kicked out his house. If you want to say you're the owner now, when they're not, they're saying they're in the house for a few minutes, then they got a skedaddle, like the white flag contract says. So it's just like, well, you feel me? As I speak, and this is what really makes me mad because of my rank and my prestige. You feel me? Because I've been watching other people do this shit where they've like, man, y'all make it seem like the owner can't talk for themselves. So I'm going to put myself in their shoes. I'm the owner, and you're telling me what and what I can't do. Like, I'ma listen. Like, it's like saying, hey, bruh, let me smoke this whole blunt by myself. And you say no. But you think because this person doesn't want to cause conflict and it's just a blunt, they're gonna roll it up, pass it to you, and you just gonna keep puffing on the blunt. No. If he says, nah, fuck that shit, and you don't come with the energy that you like, I was just playing. You feel me? You can say, oh, I was just playing. And you still come with the energy that you wasn't. They ain't gonna pass you the goddamn blunt. Mother Nature not gonna fuck with you. So once again, maturity and tendencies. My whole gist of this roasting show is to watch how softly I am speaking, but the clairvoyance in the air of people jealous of what I am saying for calling them out causes a whole roar to make it sound like I'm louder than I am. So it's just amazing because don't nobody give a fuck if you're offended. We're all adults here. You feel me? If you told me no one gives a fuck if you're offended, I will agree with you. You feel me? I'm not talking to get a kiss on the cheek about whatever. You feel me? I'm talking because I'm roasting. Like, and it's the most hilarious shit when people get off topic of the roast. Oh, he mad. No, I'm not. You look stupid, and I'm roasting you more so my audience can laugh at you. It's not funny. You're not part of the audience that's laughing. If you go to a stand-up show and a comedian points you out and start roasting you, it's not for you to laugh, okay? It's not. It's not. If you in the audience and he's making everybody laugh, that's for everybody to laugh. The second he points you out and roasts you, it's not for you to laugh. So you can babble and try to argue with him while he's on stage and make him look more funny. Like, and it's just hilarious hearing people because they be like, oh, I wish it was like this. Well, keep wishing. Keep going to the store and trying to get that lottery and being like, sooner or later I'm gonna get that lottery. Like, people is pathetic. Like, I don't give no fucks. I'm older than you. You're older than me? Bitch, that's worse. No, it's not. I'm older. I'm more mature. What the fuck was that? I'm older. I'm more mature. So this firefighter that's been a firefighter for 1 year, or for goddamn his whole life, and you older than him, you a more mature firefighter. No. Ain't nobody about to call you to put out a fire. And then you gonna want to prove you mature and try to put out a fire that needs an advanced firefighter by yourself just to have one experience point. I'm older, I'm more mature. Bitch, if you don't set your silly... You call me a bitch, you're not mature. Bitch, if you don't shut your stupid... What does a bitch mean? Female dog. Bitch, I'm not about to play this back and forth about how much you know and how much you glowing about what you know, but not telling and not saying it in text. Keep threatening me, okay? Just keep threatening me, all right, bitch? And I see your whole audience. I'm older, I'm more mature. Okay. If we're gonna play that card, since you want to play that game, whose soul's older? Who cares? What the fuck is you talking about? So you didn't goddamn went to a plane where I was rebirthed as a soul, but you was just chilling with me when I had the age of how old my soul was. And now you think there's a plot to say you're older than me? Bitch, that don't make you more mature. That makes you childish as fuck. Because the fucking game is to respect your elder no matter where you see them. So if the old soul that was my elder comes back and I'm still the age before after my elder rebirth, I still need to respect my elders and show the principles I learned from my elder. People, boy, I would talk about it, but it's not gonna stop from then and now. And you feel me? So people talking about, I'm older, I can tell you how life works. What happened to a kid learning for themselves? I'm older, you can't learn. Bitch, if you don't shut the fuck up, you know what you're saying, right? Let me be the bully. Oh, bitch, I'm... Oh my God. What really is hilarious and part of the roasting show is people saying, I know he's tired. He has to be tired. He has... But I thought I wasn't doing nothing. How can I be tired for not doing nothing? You're not doing that. You're not doing that. You're not... I know. He's tired of hearing that. No, I'm not doing nothing. That's just amazing that people are so immature. Watch the tendencies of someone being born. So they watch the world being pregnant. You feel me? A woman being pregnant with a child, and the tendencies of the ancestor meet up with the descendants' tendencies of being pregnant to trap on that person's kid or ancestor coming back to the world. To be like, I'm older than you now. Even though your soul is older and you came back to the world, you have to respect that I'm older now. What? Okay, well, what happened to when I was the oldest? That doesn't matter. You didn't let me finish, bitch. You know what I'm about to bring up. What the fuck happened to when I was the oldest and we said, child, prove you're more mature? Because being older doesn't have nothing to do with maturity. So if I come back rebirthed and you talking about you older, that still doesn't have nothing to do with maturity. You know how stupid you look by saying, I'm older, I'm the elder? No, you're not. You're not the elder. That doesn't make sense. And you're not older. You subtracted how old my soul is. You feel me? You're not. That doesn't make you older. And it's a rebirth. That it wasn't the first birth. You're not. If you're not older than the first birth, you're not older. So you can be older than that person that's rebirthed kids, but that still don't make you more mature than them. The fuck? You can be 100, and if you did not learn your fucking lesson, and my kid learned their lesson when they was conscious in my belly, that my kid is more mature than you before they was birthed. What the fuck is you? I'm just trying to figure out why is people so goddamn stupid. That's all I'm trying to figure out. Like, why do you try to throw your tendencies on somebody that's watching their own tendencies? So this person's watching their own tendencies to sharpen how patient they are, and you come and help sharpen how patient they are by throwing how impatient you are. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. We know. There's a whole music video out on you, okay? There's a whole music video out on how immature your family is. Okay? A whole music video out. A whole goddamn music video out on y'all bucking with being in. I don't have to be mature. No one. I'm that fucking mature. It's like I'm telling you to be mature. That's crazy. Bitch, I didn't say you had to be mature. Then be my friend. No. Part of being mature is not being your friend. You don't choose the right time to be immature. I cannot be. If you say, let's go key this person's car, I cannot be your fucking friend. Oh, you whack. Why do you want to be a whack person's friend? Oh, you lame. Oh, you stupid. Oh, you got an attitude. Why do you want to be any of that and my friend? No. You call me every name in the book and then you still try to be my friend. You upset? No. I just said you call me them names and you still try to be my friend. You feel me? Excuse me. You call me, you're telling me I give all them names a bad name. Because I can call a friend whack and still be their friend. So, but if I'm saying you give something Deja vu. If I say you give the description of stuff that don't make me want to be your friend, I'm not going to be your friend. I'm not going to say you give the description of things why I don't want to be your friend and still try to be your friend. Like, I can't have a talk show. It's going to be Jerry Springer's in this bitch. You feel me? You feel me? The way life is set up without it being known how people will get dealt with, me having a talk show is just until people know that if you gonna get dealt with like on the other planes where I have talk shows, that I can't have a talk show. The second people know they gonna get dealt with, just like they know they getting dealt with on me on this roasting show that I'm putting out. You feel me? I can't be your friend. That don't make sense. How you meet? If I say you the description of what makes you not my friend, you're not going to be my friend. If I say you the description of what makes you not my mother, and I have many mothers, you would not be my mother. You feel me? There's no, oh, that's a take back. No, there was no give. There was no. Like, if I go inside the house and y'all keep waiting for me to tell you y'all stink, that is the most infamous roast in the goddamn. If y'all waiting for me to criticize y'all, I can end the roasting show on that right there. Y'all waiting for me to criticize y'all? And then y'all got criticized so much, y'all waiting for me to criticize people that don't get criticized? And then y'all get roasted so much, y'all waiting for me to have an attitude, a fake attitude, and roast somebody else? The whole thing is, like I said in episode 1, y'all are talking about getting dealt with faster. But I'm not just chilling on just one plane. I'm not just on one plane. So y'all are getting dealt with as fast as possible. I'm enjoying my life. You cannot say because I don't chill with you, or you don't, or I don't chill around you with my friends, that I haven't chilled with my friends. That doesn't make sense. You cannot say I did not go to the grocery store because I didn't go to the grocery store around you. You cannot say I don't go home to my houses because I don't walk inside my houses around y'all. Who the fuck walks inside of their houses when people are watching them and was just wishing death on them? So now, that's what this whole roasting is about. Maturity and tendencies. If you're not my friend, you're not supposed to watch my tendencies. And y'all are too immature and premature about knowing how to respect personal space. So, the best thing about the roasting show is how I get you to shut up. That is the best part. Because y'all, first of all, clairvoyance, clearance, and all the other is existing right now because y'all are trying to prove it's not funny to be roasted about being premature It's not. It's funny that y'all know it's not funny and y'all still doing it. That's hilarious. What y'all stupid asses? I'm older, so I'm more mature. Bitch, I wouldn't call you to do not a near damn thing for me, even if it's your first time. The fuck? There's zillions of people mature that I'd be like, I believe you can do it. I ain't about to goddamn call yo stupid ass to goddamn arrest somebody for me. You feel me? 911 is full of premature people. I call 911. This is how we gonna end this one. But you know, something might make me go longer. So I called 911, right? Hold on. So I called 911, right? What happened when you called 911 since you want to talk when I talk? You called 911. And what was happening was getting dealt with the same time you was on the phone. Okay. Now I'm gonna tell you the story of when I called 911, and we just gonna roast you if you don't learn how to shut the fuck up when I'm talking. Since you called 911 and you was on the phone while somebody that doesn't want to look cocky but it's still the same person came through and dealt with the situation. So I called 911, right? To tell you, it's like I'm just like this is a whole. It's not too far, but you know, a lot happened from plane to plane, and once again, I'm not about to call someone older because they think that makes them more mature. So I called 911 asking for for professionalism, because 911 is not a police department's number. Okay? 911 is not near one police department's number. You can be, you feel me? Y'all say it. To 911. From 911. And I spoke Spanish in this bitch. And so I called 911 asking for professionalism. Give me, you feel me? Give me who? Or at least, because everybody else gets, okay. This is how we're going to have to talk since everybody's listening. And I told him, what did I tell him? Okay, you feel me? I'm just leaving this empty canvas because once again, I'm just putting myself in the shoes of people talking about maturity and mature people being more mature and people trying to stink on them. So someone says, put yourself in their shoes while you got dealt with before you trying to stink on that person. So, you feel me? I'm leaving it open for anybody that'll go through this circumstance, because this is bad. You feel me? Me, it's just I'm a broke nigga and I'm trying to make excuses. For anybody else that go through this, you know, I wish not. So, I call for professionalism out of the, you feel me, out of the, so y'all say those words, I'm going to say catalog of things that could be called or transferred to from 911. And we already pointed out this was a serious matter. Like this was, and they tell me, and I'm talking about what am I? No, I gotta repeat that, okay, y'all. And I'm talking about people wanting to kill me, but I've been going plane to plane, and I'm tired of going plane to plane, running from people saying sooner or later you're not going to be able to defend yourself. So I called them saying I'm tired of running. Like I'm tired of running. Instead of people listening to I'm gonna have to defend myself if I don't go plane to plane, they listen to how vicious I am when I defend myself. So I'm saying I don't even. I have. I'm gonna say after y'all say it. What? Nah, they ain't a code red. Obviously, if I'm under the name and you, so I said I don't even go by Zemaine no more. You feel me? And someone else that is really known by me goes by Zemaine, and they keep telling me, calling me Zemaine. So I'm saying they're trying to follow somebody else if I choose to defend myself or get away and go by my real name. So I told them, I said, at this point, actually, this a safe name to make my name not be in the code red is what? Okay. So I told him, I said, don't bring nobody here that's not professional. This is serious. They told me, okay. And guess who they called? They didn't transfer me to none of those people y'all just brought up. Who they transfer? Okay. So they transferred me to fired cops. So I told them that I'm running away from people threatening me and wanting to kill me. And they called subordinates to force me to defend myself. So I got this. This is on YouTube already. I don't remember it's on my other YouTube, but yeah. So, they was following me since Norcross. So, and they still, you feel me, to the point that I can't even claim what? I can't claim what? Say it with me now. We can say this together. Yeah, you can say your. Y'all ready? My house. As y'all start to stink. And you feel me? Are we ready? So that's the situation, right? You feel me? That's how badly someone wants to, and you feel me? They on that same peak of hoping I can't defend myself, and they can throw boiling water on my face, and no one, or you feel me? And it erupts my face. That's their tactic of fighting. Okay, so So then I'm talking to him because in the end, they know that they're fired and they're scared of. We'll just call him the chief, okay? And I'm talking to him, and I'm like, um, this is serious. You feel me? These people's been following me since Norcross, okay? And you feel me? And I'm in touch with the Marines, and proof is when you threaten the Marines, what happens? You feel me? So just say that I threaten the Marines as slang to be in touch with the Marines. And then they asked me, so once again, subordinates waiting for the next waiting for me to change. You feel me? And they asked me, what Jimmy John's did I work at? And they're like, you feel me? So, this is where their subordinates saying they're as mad as the next guy. Because if you worked at Webpoolz, Jimmy John's, it's been handled. So if we're able to come here and it's been handled, this is our time to take advantage of you. So, let the atmosphere how it changed from before this time to now just speak for itself. And when it gets, they're not gonna be able to hide it. So you're gonna see the campaign of wanting to hide it. And I was like, yeah, that one. And Webpoolz the chief. Whoever made up the name Webpool, obviously. Well, it is my detective name, but scratch all that. I'm not trying to look popular. Yes, I am. That's what I'm trying to do. So, this is why I'm not calling 911 now. And it's, you feel me? This was to make that lesson, so it wouldn't be echoed in the atmosphere where you need to call the cops. And I told them I want to sue these people under this alias, so when they see me, they know me under this name, to give respect to them trying to call me another alias. And they listened to everything I said about how long I waited to talk out so we won't hear them in the background, for how many planes I didn't jump and organize the plane of jumping to be an arrest, so they can just take them. You feel me? Make it easy on them. They asked me, have you been upheld under another name? And I was like, yeah, I told you that. I said I told you I got many names. Then he said, no. But the chief, you feel me, had got it worked out and more. So I called 911 for those people, not for subordinates. Someone that would help them with the book. Someone that you feel me, that for me not being able to say it would deal with those people. You feel me? Because I should be able to have a free will of talking. No matter if it's not nothing lethal that's stopping me from talking, or non-lethal. You feel me? And you feel me? It's just, you feel me? Space, personal space, restraining order. You feel me? That's what this really is. Me asking for a restraining order, and me still trying to get a restraining order. I walk around every day like I want a restraining order. Call the cops. Call the fired fake wannabe cops, saying I need a restraining order. You feel me? Speaking all the reasons why, so the cops can say, yeah, he told me about this, and back then they didn't ignore it. So it's just like they're coming with this whole other energy, when back then when he was telling me about it, it was a whole space of let him talk. Now they're trying to be like, what is he talk? Stop making them talk. You feel me? To get the restraining order, and still haven't got the restraining orders, but jumping plane to plane for the restraining orders. For them to give me people that wasn't listening when I'm on the phone saying I'm trying to get a restraining order. So, and you know, this is, I'm elaborating because it's the roasting show, okay? Once again, it's the roasting show. I'm roasting. I don't have to elaborate that much. Fuck, if someone's giving customer service or is a goddamn loved one, they would be like, well, you feel me? No, they haven't done nothing, but they want to say what has been done was them doing something, and want to be falsely apologetic about, and that's what makes it more hilarious in the roasting show, because what they doing looks like their charges are just riling up, and they begging for mercy for the charges to stop riling up, and they look like, you feel me, and you feel me, called 911 and got directed to deal with it myself. That's the best way to put it. And you feel me? Just the moment of silence, because it's just like that's the theme of begging for mercy, and it's just like I can go on and on. Why? Just like y'all hear cops try to throw in people's face from how the chief tells them none of that will work. And still, as I'm going to move forward in life at this point, because sooner or later we're going to get to the point where it's all accomplished, but it can be accomplished now. You feel me? Yeah, that's crazy. And that just shows you the grass ain't greener on the other side. You feel me? Not everything that glows is gold. You feel me? You can't stereotype what help is. You feel me? Unless you're making an ultimatum, and that's a threat. And yeah, so you know, I don't really care what anybody says, because I have to roast about protecting myself. You feel me? And people not learning a lesson about protecting themselves. So I don't care if a loved one come up to me and be like, what the fuck? You feel me? It's just like, well, if I wasn't fucking protecting myself, because, you know, I'm glad, you feel me? Like I said, I don't have a safe house or a safe place. But I'm glad you guys do. That's all that matters, you feel me? As we listen to the other people that wouldn't think that way. But you know, proof that people is following me think that I'm gonna get an attitude back with somebody expressing their self. Like, I don't really care. I'm having to protect myself. I just wish if I do have to leave the place that I was at this peak, and it's still at that peak, and then traveled the world, and then dyed my hair black, and then went through this whole facade that coming back to this place is not at this peak or some shit still, and all I did was dye my hair black. Yeah, restraining all that. You feel me? I just don't. You feel me? Hey, it's still at this peak. Everybody say. I just don't want to be walking around outside and people need a restraining order out on them for following me. Like, I can't walk outside. You feel me? So the problem is, when the restraining gets out, restraining order goes out, I can go into the store and grab a bag of chips without someone saying, "Hey, are you there?" I'm like, do not use me to point out someone that can't do what I do. You feel me? So that's what I'm saying. So I called 911, and it's just a whole example of, I don't give a fuck how much older you are. That doesn't make you mature. I'm not gonna call. Like, for example, you can be a firefighter for 20 years. If the 1-year person is more mature than the 20-year experienced person, I'm not about to call the 20-year immature person to take out my fire. I'm going to call the 1-year person and try my best to help that jealous 20-year person that's immature from bothering the 1-year person that's talking about how they should hate all of this in year 1 and shit like that. And that's my whole gist. Is like, just because you don't see my freckles don't mean they not there. You feel me? Like, it is that simple. That's, you feel me? That's all I'm trying to point out is maturity and tendencies. Don't nobody want to call somebody that's premature, immature, to give them hospitality. Everybody wants to call the more mature person. So if you throw out a fucking age and to tell me how long you didn't mature, you look dumb as fuck. Because yes, probably when we was single digits, we could make jokes about poo-poo breath and doo-doo brain and shit like that. But at goddamn 25, I'm talking about killing people if you trying to make them jokes. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. I'm not about to be talking about your poo-poo breath. No. I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to kill you if you follow me. Let that renaissance. Let all the fake cops ready to script out. Because they already lined up who might die by those hands. And they get to see it and put on a show. I got murder on my mind type shit. There's a music video for this shit. Like, yeah, that's all, folks. Just know you are mature no matter what anybody says. No matter how much you stink, it doesn't take away from your maturity. No matter how much you smell good for a moment, it doesn't take away from how immature you are.